Hi guys, welcome back again this week. Just another video of me talking, unfortunately, this week again, but I did want to show what I have packed for hospital bags for almost everybody. My husband's I haven't even started and probably won't until the very last minute, just because his is just going to be some sweatpants and underpants and t-shirts thrown in a bag and toothbrush and toothpaste and deodorant and call it good. And that's all stuff that'll probably just get done last minute because he likes to work out and use all that stuff in the meantime, so I don't want to make that unavailable to him. So I'm just trying to keep them washed and ready to go and just throw in the bags. The bag's sitting there, but otherwise, everybody is most of the way packed. Everybody else, there are a couple things. I'll show you kind of what I've got. There are a couple things that I have since decided that I want after kind of starting to pack, or already knew that I need and I have on order. So I think there's some stuff that is on the way, and then I think there may be a couple other Target runs in my very near future, so we are ready to go. But I will start with what I have. I'll start with the baby's bag. I've got a new diaper bag, which is cute. It was on crazy sale at Target, and I had been kind of eyeing it for a while anyway. Not much in there. We've got nail clippers. That was one of the things that, like, the first time around, it's kind of one of those things that, like, nobody really tells you. And I'm just like, the baby came out and I'm like, oh, his nails are super long. And now it's kind of like, okay, well, duh, they don't come out like, they've been growing for a while, so they're not going to come out like perfectly manicured. But that was definitely one of the things that I did not really know about. Nobody really told me about the first time. So nail clippers this time. And then not really much else. I mean, most of the other stuff, you know, they kind of have for them there, so I'm not really bringing much this time. Just a blanket to kind of have over him. It's just kind of a little like flannel blanket just to have over. I'm assuming, you know, end of April, beginning of May, it'll probably be chilly enough that we'll want to have him kind of covered with a blanket. And then a few hats, really just for going home in. I'm not gonna lie, I brought several because depending on what outfit he goes home in, I want options. I'm that kind of person, guys, I'm sorry. And then I have just kind of, he'll probably be just kind of swaddled naked when we're in the hospital. We are at a different hospital. I'm seeing some midwives, but it's at a different hospital than Aaron went to, so I will be staying for a couple of days afterwards. We'll probably have him just kind of swaddled naked like we did with our oldest, just because it was kind of easy to just be doing skin to skin and just pull whatever I had on down. I honestly, the last time I stayed in a hospital gown until it was time to go, which I don't want to do this time, but it was just kind of easy to just pop it down and then have him be doing skin to skin, other than having a diaper on while we were nursing in the hospital, just to kind of keep doing that. So really, these are just kind of going home outfits, depending on A, what the weather does, because it's spring and it's Nebraska and who the heck knows, and B, how big he is. So I grabbed a couple of different options. So like longer sleeve, kind of more like sleeper jammies. And I got one in newborn and one in 0 to 3 months. You know, I've got all of Elliot's old stuff. These are actually new ones that my mom bought that are super cute. So I kind of wanted to try and grab a couple of new things to throw in there. So it's like, welcome. Here's not a whole thing of hand-me-downs. Not that they care, but it just kind of was like, oh, new things and new baby and I don't know. And then here is, in case it's really cold, a footed one. This one is 3 months. And then just a long sleeve. My mom got him this for Christmas, and I think it's super cute. It's got all the little jungle animals. A long sleeve, just onesie, and then a short sleeve onesie. I think this one is newborn. And I think this one is too. just in case it's like freakishly warm that day, which again, it's Nebraska. It could be anywhere between 10 degrees and 99 degrees. So I just kind of tried to get a good variety in both sizes, really just to go home in. And then again, hat options. So depending, it can match, because that totally matters, right? With Elliot, I had got him, his going home outfit was actually the, I had gotten a little onesie that said, I love daddy, or something like that. And that was kind of how and then I took letters and cut them out and put them on the room that we were going to have be the nursery. And I said, coming in 2015, and then had the onesie hanging up that says, I love daddy. So that was his going home outfit, and we put it on him, and it lasted, I think, maybe 10 minutes, and then he had a massive blowout, and there went that. So I think that was maybe the only time he ever even actually wore it. So it lasted all but 10 minutes, and I don't even think we got a picture of him in it before it happened. So that was kind of a bummer. So that's all I've got for baby bag right now. I am sure things will occur to me before then to add. I keep having like dreams that I'm at the hospital and I've forgotten like XYZ, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta make a note to add this. So I'm sure there will be things. And then I've got some things, like I said, that I haven't either gotten yet or packed yet. So I will kind of talk about those, but won't be able to show you. I've got, it probably won't fit in that bag, but I want to try and get a pump ahead of time to have in the hospital to be using. I know some insurances I have to check. Some you have to wait until baby's born, and some you can get beforehand. So I'm not sure about that quite yet. Hoping to find out this weekend at least. But at any rate, I do have the Haakaa. It's a, like a manual pump, and I have it packed away somewhere, and I need to get it out, and I need to get it sterilized, and that'll probably go in this bag too. And it's just really, it's supposed to like use suction, instead of like the manual pumps where you do the little like cranky kind of thing and pull the little handle, I guess is what I'm trying to say, and do it that way. It really just, you use like suction and, I don't know, gravity, I guess, and it just sits on there. So I will at very least have that available. It didn't work out super well with me last time. I'm hoping it'll kind of work out a little bit better this time, just because size-wise, it didn't quite fit on me, and I know a lot of people say that it works best if you're kind of like hand expressing into it, and just kind of size-wise on the cup part of it, which if you've never seen one, that probably sounds really confusing, but a lot of people just swear by them, especially if you get like a really big letdown on the other side and you're nursing on the other. They're really nice to have. So I think people get them a lot of times instead of the little like cup collector kind of things, or the little, gosh, what are those called? Milk savers, I think, that you have on one side while you're nursing on the other. So in case I need anything like that this time around, I had low supply last time, so it may again not be a thing that I really use much, but it's teeny tiny. It's a little silicone, kind of looks like a hand grenade almost. Or like the really, if you watch Call the Midwives and you've seen the really, really old school pumps, it's like that, but it's made of silicone. So it's teeny tiny. I'll just throw it in my bag and just have it. And then I think that's really kind of it for what I'm bringing for him. Yeah, and then I wanted to show you guys, there's not really much to this yet. This is Elliot's go bag. I will be packing more like clothes and pajamas as we get a little bit closer. And I haven't really done that yet. And then there's a couple of other things that I want to put in there. But I just think the bag is so cute, so I wanted to show you. And I don't think this will show up backwards for you guys, but in case it does, it says Happy Big Brother Day. And it's just a little canvas tote. And so right now I've got his Best Brother shirt that is washed and ready to go for him to wear up to the hospital. And then just a little, it's a Paw Patrol I think you kind of like scratch it. I think it's supposed to be like a scratch ticket, and you just scratch off all this stuff and like reveal the picture. I don't know. It might mess up my mother's house, and if it does, I'm super sorry. But it was, I don't know, he's into Paw Patrol. And then I do want to find a Big Brother book. If anybody has any recommendations, please, please, please let me know. I'm having a hard time because the ones that I'm seeing in person, I just am not caring for necessarily. Like, a lot of them are kind of like, kind of have like a, you don't want to be a big brother, but here's where it might be kind of nice vibe to it, or just something to them I'm not really caring for. And then, you know, there's plenty of them online, but you can't really read them online. So I'm hoping somebody has a recommendation that they could give me. It's slim pickings to find locally, but the couple that I have found, I've been kind of on. I know it's probably one of those I'm reading far more into it than he ever will kind of things. But I don't know. We'll see how desperate I get in the last minute, and then I'm just probably gonna just buy something, so we'll see. But that's really it for him. I am still trying to find like a gift from the baby to bring up to the hospital to give to him. But I'm really kind of coming up short on ideas. I don't really want another toy just because he has so many and our house is tiny and I don't want more toys in our house. So if anybody has any ideas on that too, please let me know. And that will be something that we take up to the hospital so we have it ready to go to give, you know, from brother, baby brother, as Elliot calls him. And Elliot is actually bringing up a gift for the baby too. Several months ago, me and my mom took him to Build-A-Bear because they had a buy one, get one free kind of thing, or there was some sort of deal if you made 2 of them. And so he wanted to make one for brother, and so he made a little stuffed bear, and my mom got a little shirt to go on him that says, I'm however many months old, so he could take the picture every month with his bear. And Elliot is really excited to bring it up to him for a surprise at the hospital. And it's got the little bag that it comes in that you can color, so he's going to decorate that for baby brother, and it's going to be pretty darn cute. So, only thing that is left is my bag. I finally, oh my gosh, it's heavy, finally got a new bag. I'm very excited. All of my bags were either teeny tiny or gigantic. And I mean, I had like a couple like gym bags that you could maybe get like one outfit in and one pair of shoes and literally nothing else. Or I've got like carry-on bags or full suitcases, or I have a giant duffel bag that I'm pretty sure I could fit into if I balled myself up enough. So I definitely didn't want to bring anything that gigantic, but I needed enough room to put everything that I needed. So I'm just going to kind of go down my list and I'll show you what I've got. And if I don't have it, I'll just kind of mention it, I guess. Or I might just start with what's kind of on top here. I got these from the Target dollar section. I will take them out to show you. They are massage balls. I'm trying to get them close enough. They're pink, and so you can kind of see that one's textured and this one's just a ball. They're kind of like a plasticky material. There's very little give to them. Usually at births I use tennis balls for massage, and those are nice because they're squishier and they're not as hard on the palms. But these I liked because you can freeze them or heat them. And so they're definitely harder than, like I said, like a tennis ball would be. And I have not tried them heated yet. So it is possible that I will try them heated, hate them, and then just go get some more tennis balls. I think at the last birth that I did a while ago, I think my tennis balls ended up mixed up with their tennis balls, and I don't think they came home with me. So I may have to run out and get some more, but I just I liked the idea of heat, especially in the lower back, with the massage balls. So I went ahead and grabbed those. So I've got those. And then this is so exciting, you guys. This is my Rebozo. It's brand new. If anybody knows me from like the birth community and has taken a class with me, the Rebozo that I did have, I got like the super, super gigantic size. And which in some situations is nice, but most of them makes it just kind of hard to handle. And so I had been wanting a new one for a while, and I definitely knew that when it was my turn again, I'd want something new at that point anyway, just because I didn't want to take out the Rebozo and have it associated with anybody else's birth in a good way or a bad way. I didn't want to be like sifting and going, oh, you know, I sifted so-and-so and things took off like that. Why isn't that working for me? I didn't want anything like that. So I got a new one. I'm so excited. And it does have the fringe at the bottom. It's like a manageable length. I'm really excited. So we have been using that a lot. As I kind of talked about last week, they think baby is breech. I'm going to the doctor. I've got another appointment tomorrow, so if anything has changed, they will know, but I've got doctor's appointment and then chiropractor tomorrow, so I'm like, let's get this kid flicked. So we're doing everything we can there. And then I have got, I know Erin showed you guys these, the pool noodles. And therefore, if you're doing like counter pressure, just again, so it's easier on your palms rather than just sticking your palm in somebody's back for, you know, 30 minutes, or, you know, if they're in active labor or like in transition and they just want you to be there all the time. This just makes it easier to be able to put that pressure there and not be, you know, bone on bone. So I did a few of those. My son was very, very angry that I was buying a pool noodle to cut up, and then I explained to him that we don't have a pool, and what does he need a noodle for? But he'll just have to get over it. And then I have got some essential oil. I'm really just bringing the lavender. I might get a couple more, or lemon. I just really like the smell. I'm trying to cover the light enough so you can see. It's maybe just not going to happen. There we go. Okay. So just the lemon, it's my favorite. I don't know. I just, I'm really iffy on peppermint sometimes. I know it's really good for nausea, but I just, I'm kind of iffy on it. So that's really the only one I'm bringing. I may get a couple more just for labor, but if that's the only one I use. And that'll really just be like, you know, to cover any of the unpleasant smells of labor and delivery if I need it. And then I've got, these are from Lush. I went there and went shopping the other day, and the lady is like, oh, you're pregnant, you need samples of these. And it's the Therapy Massage Bar. And I actually already have it, but I'm like, cool, little samples and just a little chunk in a bag that I can bring instead of bringing the full bar. So these are massage bars. If you've never used them, they're from Lush. Again, it's called the Therapy Bar, and that's the one that they recommend for stretch marks, which I have used before. But you just put it on your skin, and then the heat from your skin heats it up, and then it can rub in like a massage oil, kind of like coconut oil. So just for massage, there's just a couple little chunks in there. That way, instead of, you know, not using the whole space of bringing the whole bar, it just seemed easier. But I'm like, yeah, cool, great, thank you. So I'm kind of trying to divide for labor stuff and for afterwards. And I think this is kind of the end of the labor stuff. So, but I did buy, and it's black, so I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it, but it's a labor/nursing gown. It's got the, up at the top, it's got the snaps, so the whole top part on both sides can really come down. for skin to skin or nursing. And then I don't know how easy it's going to be to see, but it's got like all of the pockets or spots on the side if they need for like monitors or any of the like hospital gown spots that they would have. It's got the zips, or the all the way in back it's got the snaps, and then halfway up the front it's got the snaps as well. So it completely can unhook all the way from the back, so it can be just ripped off if need be. And then again, I don't know how easy it's going to be to see, but you know, it's got like the pockets and all of the spots for like the monitors or IVs or whatever else they need to have access to. It's got all of that on there. But it's real comfortable. It's a cottony kind of material, and it just, I don't know, it's kind of cute on. I think I had kind of talked about this before. I had bought a hospital gown for the last time and never ended up wearing it. And I was gonna maybe bring it this time because I thought it unbuttoned all the way in the front too, or unsnapped. Actually, I think they are buttons, and so not the most practical one by any means. I got it on Etsy, and I thought it unbuttoned all the way in the front too. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll bring that as like a robe or something. And it doesn't even do that. And I tried it on, and I'm like, this is just not the best made hospital gown in the world. So I think it might be time to just let that go. But I was kind of like, okay, maybe I can see why this just never got put on last time. So, but that's really kind of it for labor of what I've got. I've got flip-flops and I've got slippers. They're kind of at the bottom. When I get to those, I can show you. They're old slippers, so if my water breaks on them or whatever and they get really gross, it's not a huge deal. They're old enough I can just pitch them at the hospital. And then flip-flops, just kind of depending on what I'm doing, you know, in terms of, you know, walking around the room or whatever. Obviously, if I'm in the tub for labor, I'll want the flip-flops. If I'm not and it's cold, I might lean more towards the slippers, but I've got both of those there. Or the slippers for kind of afterwards if I'm just kind of there and I'm cold. Hospitals, you never know. So those are kind of at the bottom. I think that's kind of it. I'm going to put hair ties and a headband in there. I just haven't yet. And that is really it, other than just bringing like water and little snacks to kind of have for while we're doing the whole labor thing for both myself and my husband. He said he wants all the snacks for just the entire time we're there. I'm like, okay, sure, I will get you all the snacks. But that's really it for labor for me. And then for afterwards, I got face wipes. I don't know how well you can see. They're just the Burt's Bees face wipes. And I wanted to get, my husband had the brilliant idea last time of getting them. And you just got to make sure that they're the ones that you can literally just wipe your face and you don't have to like, some of them are kind of more like a face wash wipe. And you put them on and then you have to kind of wash like the soap off or whatever. These are just kind of just face wipes. And so that way, you know, depending on what time we go to the recovery room, if I'm just kind of like, especially if I've come in from earlier in the day, I'm wearing any kind of makeup from earlier, or even just feel really gross and kind of want to just wash my face off, but don't really want to get up or really move around a lot, just to kind of have these handy is nice. Dry shampoo. I will not be washing my hair while I am there. I am on a personal mission forever to see how long I can go without having to wash my hair. I hate doing it. It's a pain and takes forever. And so I probably do it twice a week. I shower every day, just gonna put that out there. But try to not wash my hair too often, because it just, again, it takes forever, and it's definitely not something I'm going to want to deal with in the hospital. So dry shampoo it is. Again, hoping to take the pump. And then, you know, just regular old toiletries, deodorant, toothpaste. You guys don't need to see that. My glasses in a glasses case. That probably won't get put in until the last minute. I want to make sure to bring a contact case. Again, if I'm, you know, go into the hospital during the day, I had makeup on and contacts in. I want to be able to take all that stuff out and off. So a contact case, just thrown in if I need it in contact solution. Not really something you guys need to see, but I've got a bunch of pair of like just sweat lounge pants. I'm hoping to maybe get some different ones. So the ones I have are a little bit on the uncomfortable side around the waist. So I don't know. I'm not even really super sold on those. Those may get replaced. And then, yeah, just toiletry stuff. I'm going to bring a little bit of makeup. Just because sometimes I feel kind of gross without just like powder and, I don't know. Some days you just don't want to look like an extra from The Walking Dead. So I'll just bring, you know, stuff to, you know, some face powder, some like tinted lip gloss and blush, maybe mascara, just so I don't look like I'm dying. I don't know. I guess, you know, I don't think I put any of it on last time, and I probably won't this time either. But, you know, if I get really like into taking a lot of selfies of me and the baby, which I kind of did last time, and I just kind of don't want to look like a zombie. I don't know. I'll have it if I need it, I guess. And then, you know, chargers, stuff like that, nursing bras, just all the usual unexciting things. And then, you know, a face wash for when I, you know, eventually get up. And then I'll probably bring soap for, you know, I probably will shower at some point while I'm there. And just, you know, I like to use my own soap. Sometimes the hospitals have them, sometimes they don't. I don't even really remember. I don't know. I'll just rather use my own. So that's pretty much it. Not super exciting. If anybody has any suggestions, anything you guys used that you absolutely loved, please let me know. I've toned it down quite a bit from last time. Last time I was like, I need a flat iron and all of these things. And it was just kind of like, once the baby was out and I was in the recovery room, I was just kind of like, what was I thinking? I'm not gonna, you know, I had like shampoo and a blow dryer and a flat iron, and I'm like, where did I think I was going? I hardly do this like on a normal basis. So I thought that was kind of funny. So, but I've definitely toned it back a little bit. There's things that I'm bringing that I'm sure I still won't use, like the makeup and stuff like that. But again, I'm an overpacker, and I like to have options, I guess. I'd rather have it and not need it than the other way around. So, and I am waiting on, I ordered some bags to try and get things organized, like big, like the giant makeup bags, so I can have like the essential oil and the massage balls and the massage bars and all of it in one spot. So if I'm in active labor and need my husband to grab something, instead of saying, here, dig through this giant bag full of stuff and try and find one teeny tiny little thing of essential oil, I can say everything is in the purple bag, grab the purple bag. So I have ordered those. I'm waiting for those, and I'm hoping it'll make things a little bit easier to find, especially if I'm not able to grab them myself. Because it's a big bag, and it doesn't go out flat at all. It's just kind of all piled on top of each other. And my husband is, you know, he would be like bringing me the bag mid-contraction, like, do you see it? And I would react, I'm sure, as most people in labor would. So that is pretty much it. Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. If you have stuff for books for big siblings, or a gift for big siblings, please let me know on that too. That would be amazing. And otherwise, yeah, I will see you guys next week. trying to think of some exciting videos, which isn't just me sitting and talking, but I also have no energy because I am almost 37 weeks pregnant, and that's crazy. Okay. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next week. Thank you. Bye.